Hello world, it's BJ, AJ, whichever. Video number two, finally getting to it. Um, and I guess what this episode's going to be about, it's going to be focused more so on change and I guess relationships. TBD, we'll see. We'll get into it. But um, first things first, some things that have happened. I got a job. Yay me. Um, Pretty excited for that. I'm really stoked to just make money. That's really it. I just want money. Um, but I did get approved into my new apartment. Um, I'll move in that at the end of the month, so that's really exciting. So to me, those are big wins. So I'm very happy. It all worked out. It all played in my favor. It was such a huge stressor, so it's good to get those two off my chest. Um, but yeah, I've realized my life is changing, and I okay, that's something stupid to say. It's an understatement. Everything or overstatement, yeah, whatever. Everyone change. Life changes. It's the norm. It's what everything, whatever. But I I've changed a lot from literally a few weeks ago, from like a few months ago, from a few years ago. Like I like to look back and really like reflect on how much I've grown as a person from I guess when I started not high school, but like college up until now. My pussy's gone crazy. Um but um yeah, I think I've really changed for the better. Hashtag wicked. But I've really grown to be more comfortable and appreciate my own being, and I think that was like the hardest thing, to be honest, just because us as people, we're always in our heads and we are our biggest critiques, and so we know, when things are not perfect, we're really harsh on ourselves, and that's something I'm still working on, and it's the truth. Like I'll sit here for like 5 to 10 minutes just trying to start a video because I keep messing up, and it's just getting to the point where I just got to do it. And it's okay when things are not perfect. It's okay when things are not to our standards. It's just the act of doing. And that's what I'm trying to come into like terms with. And that is what changed. What the fuck? That is what is changing in me, because yeah, I was really harsh on myself, and I really did have a high expectations on me, but I wouldn't expect that same mindset for people I care about. Like I will comfort my friends or my families that it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to, trip here and there or have hiccups, but you're still going to get back up. And I have been telling myself the same things just because I deserve to be told those things. And it's okay to not be perfect. It's okay to not have everything figured out, or honestly have a plan. Just wing it. Just do it. I think and the thought. I lost my train of thought. Train station left. Train left the station. Anyways, um I have my little journal. So I guess we can just go into it. So I guess like what I do really want to talk about besides change is dating as a 22-year-old. As a gay 22-year-old. um it's it's interesting. It's not the best, if I'm being honest. Like, the city I'm in, the dating pool, at least for me, isn't the best. I've talked to a few guys and things just don't work out. Things become a situation, it never becomes a relationship, and I'm being so honest. I'm so sick of that shit. It's so annoying. It's so frustrating. It's time wasting, and I love myself. I really do. I appreciate my being. I appreciate my own time. Therefore, like, I don't want to lower my standards for the minimum or less than that, because if I can do it myself or if my friends do it for me, why am I gonna be with a bum? Makes no sense. And that's just how I feel about things. And it's very strict because going back, like, I've done so much work and care to really just love who I am and be happy with who I am. And that is such a hard thing to do, I would say, because, like I said, people are so in their heads, and I know everything about myself. And just being hard on myself and having these expectations that I'm put on myself to meet, it it was hard to really love and appreciate myself because I wasn't perfect. There it is again. But no, like, I've done the work and I've really taken the time to just sit with myself and love who I am, and sorry, excuse me, and just be really happy with my own being. So, I'm at the oh my god, excuse me. I'm at the point where I'd rather be single and content with my own being than be miserable and then be in a relationship where I'm not appreciative. But I don't know. Like, I don't want to lower my standards. I really don't want to. Honestly, that's half the truth. I think the other half is just being okay with being vulnerable in that sense with someone else. I found my people, and I've gotten, like, really really lucky with the friends that I have. And, yeah, my family and I, like, we have our ups and downs, but I still love them. But I I don't want to keep opening up to the wrong people and get hurt, right? And no, and that's stupid. I understand people are being like, "Oh, well, you need to open up with people and so you can, like, grow, blah blah blah." I've done that. I've literally done that multiple times, and it got me nowhere romantically. I've learned a lot, and I've then raised my standards, but I think being vulnerable is what scares me, and, like, it's more so in the romantic sense. I don't mind being vulnerable platonically. Yeah. And, like, it's just romantic. It's more intimate. That's what it is. And just having to take the time to open up and let someone see me fully, it's a scary thought, especially just because, like, I've gotten to the point where I don't want to I don't want to do that for just anyone. I really don't. If I'm going to do that, I really want to do it when I know that it's a person I can actually build a relationship with, whether it's short term or long term. Um, excuse me. And I think that's just like, excuse me. Oh my god. I think that's what I'm still working with, just because like I haven't I haven't dated anyone in almost 2 years, right? And not just that, like I really haven't been serious with someone in more than a year, right? And that situationship never even got to the point where it was official. It was just us talking. And I really just don't want to I don't want to waste my time. That's what it is. I can put in my efforts and my energy into things that I do love and I do care about, towards myself or my friends, or things that I want to do, instead of something that serves no purpose to me. And I think I really just have like high expectations, because let's circling back, like, I said that like if I love myself or my friends, right? And it's because I love taking myself on dates. I love doing things by myself. I don't mind going to other cities and spending the whole day there. I don't mind taking myself to go to the movies or go out and eat, or literally do anything by myself. Like I am so content with my own being. Now, my friends and I, like I've said, I got really lucky with them. We go on dates, we hang out, we go do things, and it's just like I have so much fun with them. Hey, bud. But it's just like they have treated me so well, and they show that love. And it's just that, again, if a man wouldn't show the not the exact same, but the same effort, if not more, why am I going to waste my time with you? Because I can receive better efforts either from people I already have and cherish, or from myself. So, I don't know. I do have like high expectations with that. And I guess with just dating. But I really do love, like, sounds so cheesy and corny. I love love, but I really do. Like, I love just seeing people be in love, and I am envious of it. Who isn't? I do want my person, and I understand that it's frustrating when you see people and you want that. And I guess it's even more frustrating because like I understand that like queer love is becoming more normal, and it's becoming more present in everyday lives. But I feel like I'm at the point where it's like, when is it my turn? Right? Because I have given myself up so much to people who did not deserve it. And for once, I want to be chosen. I want to be someone's first priority or first choice. And, I want someone to light up when they see me, or they get excited and they think about me and they tell me about it, or, they give me flowers or XYZ. And it's just like, I understand that when it happens, but I can't help but feel envious of those who do have it, right? Because I do want to experience that. I do want to love, and I do want to have my person. But in all honesty, um, excuse me, I rather wait and have the person that's good for me and be with someone who isn't, right? And I think, again, I'm just still working on all of this, and I'm still trying to figure everything out. But I do appreciate and love the act of love, right? Because it's beautiful. It's so beautiful to see people who are truly in love. And it's beautiful to see people changing for others because they love them. And honestly, that is what I've also learned recently. Like, to love someone so much is to change for them. And I'm saying that because, I've had personal issues where things were not good, right? And, I really sitting with myself and like asking myself, like, hey, this is what they made me feel. I didn't like it. Let's talk about it. And it took a while to come to a common ground, but it's because we love one another so much that we are willing to change to become better for them, right? And I think that's really beautiful and it's really pure, especially when you want to do that act. And, anyways, on the contrary, self love. Um, I do love myself. I really do. I've grown to be really confident in who I am. I I didn't like myself growing up. And part of it was because, I was into guys. And so, being one of the few gay kids in middle school, honestly, in elementary and middle school, like it was very hard because I was labeled as the gay kid, right? Immediately. And it's just like that's what people see before they see me. They see the label, they see the stereotypes, and it's hard. It was very hard because, as a kid, you're still figuring things out. You're still just trying to understand who you are as a being, and not even on a deeper level. It's just trying to figure yourself out and who you are wanting to become later on in life, right? But like as kids, like our main focus should be learning and connections and being kind. JK, I think that's for everyone in whole like their whole life. I think all of that is very important and very needed. But as kids, I think it's just more so self-discovery. Finding out what you like, what you don't like, and like it's so hard trying to do that while constantly being told like, "Oh, AJ's the gay kid." I'm more than just being gay, right? And that's what I've learned. And especially like after my ex, like that was such a terrible time. It was so awful. It was very bad. But I am grateful for him. I am grateful that we did date because it taught me of all these things that I didn't want to deal with ever again. And in doing so, I did learn to love myself. And that in itself was probably the best gift because it took me so long to really feel confident in my own being because and I'm not trying to like fish for compliments or whatnot. It's just like I did not like how I look. I didn't like how I sound. I didn't like my own being. And excuse me, it's hard just living when you are your own biggest hater. Like it sucks because it's first of all, it's our first, last and only chance at this point in time in just existing. And that in itself is such a gift. And it's cruel when you're supposed to experience and just love, and yet you're living and hating yourself. And so, anyways, I feel like I'm rambling. Point is I love whom I am. I've taken the time to really love and appreciate myself because at the end of the day, it is just me. And why am I going to be my own hater when I can be my number one fan? So, yeah, I think, in all honesty, it was just treating myself the same way I was treat people, because it's so easy and it comes so much naturally when to someone else you're more likely to be kind and caring and be there for them. But when it comes to ourselves, it's harder because again, we are in our own heads and we can be so mean to ourselves. And I think that's what it was. So, yeah, but I do love just like being, because I'm taking the time to really find out, things that I do like and have like the hobbies that I do want to partake in, because I'm young. I am so young. And why am I being a hater when I can be out there having fun and living life and loving it? Um, but yeah, those are some thoughts that I have about that. But going back to friends, I love my friends. I love all my friends so much, and I am such like man, I got really lucky. I really did. And the friends that I do have, the ones I have from high school and like the ones I have from college, like I I do see myself, growing old with them and having them being, the uncles and aunts to my kids one day. They're already the uncles and aunts to my kids now. And I think, like, I've said it so many times, I got so lucky with them. And I cannot imagine the person I would be if it wasn't for them. Because each and every one of them, they've all taught me important and valuable lessons that really did shape me to who I am today. And so much so that, like, give me a minute, I'm like forming my thoughts. I I guess the best way I can say it is that, like, I've taken my friends and I've turned them into principles for my life, right? Such as being kind and compassionate, being stubborn and resilient, being. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to associate friends with the lessons I've like learned from them. Being funny and enjoying life, and just like I think the biggest one that I've learned is just it is what it is, right? And I've learned that one from my best friend. Okay, we're naming everyone, right? I've learned that from my best friend Daryl, and I really like. Okay, Daryl, you're gonna get your moment to shine. I I love her so much because she has taught me that it's really never that serious, and it is what it is at the end of the day. You can cry about it, you can fight about it, but what's going to change, right? And the only change that you can really do is how you react and how you move forward, right? And in all honesty, without her, I really don't know where I would be at, because that simple saying, it is what it is, has really helped me just move forward as a person and just, I guess, take the punches when they happen, but keep moving, because there are better things out there, right? And I we're ending the thought there. I I just want to say I really do love my friends, and I got lucky with them, and they really do mean a lot to me. So that's why I don't want to settle for less, because my friends have shown me so much love that they installed the thought in my head that there are people who will choose me. And that's why I really don't want any of the bare minimum, because my friends would go above and beyond for me. And to me, that really does mean a lot, because growing up, it was just always really me and handling my own issues and taking care of things for myself. I never really had anyone to rely on until college, right? When I found these my friends, and not even my friends, y'all are my chosen family. I love all of you guys, and I really do hope the viewers, you guys, I hope you guys have good people too, because it's a gift. It's a blessing, and I love my friends. I really do. But anyways, um I guess connections, like, I value my connections with people, whether it be a stranger or people I do care about. It's just every connection is important some way somehow. And it's going to sound like I backtracked a lot, but walk with me, guys, walk with me. So, for example, when I'm talking to a guy, and okay, scenario, right? Scenario. I'm texting this dude. We hit it off, right? We're going good. We're texting, going back and forth, right. He gets dry, and I'm just like, where is this coming from? I let things be. I'm chill. I'm chill, but I do realize that, like, I don't like that dryness, right? And so I will match energies, right? And in doing so, they they'll ghost me. That's pretty much it is. They'll ghost me, and it's just because, like, I will match a person energy just because why am I going to give more when I'm not being given anything? And I don't want the bullshit of, oh, like, some days it's going to be 20/80 or 50/50 or 40/60. I don't give a fuck about that. I don't. I understand that. What pisses me off is the fact that, like, it was going to go nowhere, right? That is what pisses me off, because it's just more so of, like, I did put that effort and it went nowhere. But because in doing that, I learned something, right? And I think, let me collect my thoughts again. I think every connection is in itself a lesson, right? Whether it be good or bad. That was a very shitty scenario case, and that's all I could think about. And I honestly don't even know if that made my point. That was probably just me venting, if I'm being honest. But not the point. Point is that, like, I I'm open to all sorts of connections, all new connections, and strengthening the connections I already do have. But I do have high expectations just because I value myself as a person. Excuse me. Okay. I had a shake earlier. Um, but yeah, I value myself as a person, and it's just more so of like I became very selective on who I do want in my personal life and who I want to keep at arm's length, I guess. I don't fucking know. But I think it was just more of like there's a lesson that can be learned in everything, right? And I think that's what I'm trying to say. I don't know. It's been a very long day and I'm just talking to a camera. And anyways, um I think there I go again. I think connections are important just because again, they do shape us and they do help us grow. But, the bad I'm just rambling. Um I guess for I guess romantically, if I was looking for connections and like, whoa, Love Island, exploring our connections. No, not the point. I think it's just like, in all honestly, I think the best thing that I've heard that's kind of like talking about this is from Steven Universe, when Garnet said that it's supposed to complement you and not complete you, referring to the fusion of Sapphire and Ruby. And I think that's very true because you never want a person to complete you because you're supposed to complete yourself. And good connections are supposed to complement you and they're supposed to help you grow and be better. While on the contrary, bad connections do teach you things about one being and forces you to grow or change. Let me retract that statement. The opportunity to learn or change is there. It is up to the person whether or not they want to. And I think it goes back to like it goes back to being change, like to change. There it is. There's that full circle moment. Change. Um but I think each connection does change a person, and the change can be good or it can be bad. It varies between person, varies between connections, but I I think growth and change is a beautiful thing. And I do believe that connections and whatnot can help that. I don't know. I'm just rambling at this point. Um, I think I'm just in this kind of mood because men ain't shit. Period. They're really not. Well, you know who's really hot? Dean from off campus. That white man. That's not what I was talking about. I don't know where I'm going. Um, I'm changing a lot. And I like it, but it's scary and it's just because of the unknown. But I myself, I trust the universe and I trust that she will provide, right? I If it's not for me, it's not for me. And if it is for me, it'll find me. And that's really all we can do. And it's just, I guess at the end of the day, it's just whether or not you want to be a better person for yourself. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what it is. It's just whether or not you want to be a better person for yourself. Because, shit, man, it's just you. Like, you really want to be the same person you've been? Or do you want to be someone cooler for yourself? Someone badass? Someone who is loving and caring. Not romantically, just in general, right? Oh no, that's how I'm trying to be. I'm trying to just be a better person and like really love and appreciate everyone around me, even if they're not good, because I still see the lesson that I can learn from that. Yeah. Now, with that being said, um, I saw Disclosure Day this week. Fantastic movie. And that theme of that movie was connections. It was connecting and empathizing with one another and understanding. That's another one. I think, oh my god. I'm like, I don't know what to say because I'm having all these big thoughts and they're all just scattered. But I don't know. This is video 2. It's a mess. I don't care. I'm posting it. We're all changing. Dating pool sucks where I'm at. I love my friends. They're so amazing. Change for the better. Sounds about right. Um, but yeah, I'll post next video soon. I don't know. We'll see what happens in my life. If not, um, until next time. See ya. Love ya.